don't feel like myself. Marry rich, oh you're a gold digger. You marry poor, oh you're stupid. Oh लेकिन इसकी तो शादी कभी नहीं होगी हाँ तो.
And what I reply is, can you please tell that to my parents?
Everyone here is so beautiful. And I was like, how do I look more like them? Somebody has asked a question, is it okay for a woman not to marry? What are your thoughts on, like, in India, women not marrying? Is it possible?
I think it's absolutely okay. It's your own decision and nobody else should have the authority to make it for you. Not even your parents, not even the society, not any friend, anyone, not even your partner. If you don't want to get married, you know, anytime soon, you are saying, okay, usko shaadi karni hai, to main jaldi shaadi kar leta hu ya deti hu. Nothing. But this normal thing that I've said, not marrying, it is rebellious in India.
So the biggest reasons I've heard of, like, women getting married is they're the eldest sibling and their younger siblings can't get married until the oldest one does for some reason. Family, society is like pressuring them. Parents are pressuring them. Must actually. I
think biological clock is also another reason. What are your thoughts?
I come from the West where not getting married is absolutely acceptable. This whole thing of family pressure is not even a factor in my brain. So I feel like when people have pressure to get married, oftentimes it comes from fear. Oh, you're gonna die alone. Guess what? As a woman, you will never die alone. Women are amazing at socializing. Like, I've seen, like, old women and they're surrounded by maybe not their husband, but they're surrounded by friends, daughter, granddaughter, family, and all that stuff. So I think a lot of the things, it's like women are scared into getting married, but in reality, you have to ask yourself, like, what are you gaining from marriage? When I was in Himachal, there was this old, like, auntie and she was like telling me, oh, शादी करना है, शादी करना है. तो मैंने पलट के पूछा उनसे, शादी से क्या मिलेगा? And she thought for a second and she's like, वैसे तो कुछ मिलता नहीं. Like, बस करना है. Not cushy, not like nothing. She could have said happiness. She could have said companionship. She could have said a home, a great life, kids. She literally said, शादी से कुछ नहीं मिलता. तो फिर why? जब women who have experienced it are telling us that, like, हाँ वैसे तो शादी से कुछ मिलता नहीं, तो फिर, like, what are we really risking here? Like, social suicide?
It's just a stamp. Okay, इसकी शादी हो गई है. So they have this criteria of living life in a particular way, getting married, having kids, and settling down. That's like the only societal way to be respectable or be called as successful. And people, men and women who are unmarried, are looked down upon because it's kind of non-respectable thing that you could do for the society or your parents. Now, this part, the parents part, is very important here. They think that it's the parents' responsibility to get a woman or a man married. And if they don't get married, the parents have failed as parents. So it really gets onto them. And the societal pressure is not only on the kid but also family as a whole. Oh, तुम्हारे बेटे की शादी नहीं हुई है. Oh, तुम्हारे बेटे की शादी नहीं हुई है. शायद वो ज्यादा मोटी है इसीलिए नहीं हुई है. शायद वो ज्यादा पतली है इसलिए नहीं हुई है. ये देखो ये लड़का है ये लड़का. And the list goes on and on and on.
That's so ridiculous. I feel like at the end of the day, especially as a woman, no matter what you do, you're gonna get hate. Like, if you are getting married and then, like, something goes wrong in the family, you're gonna get hate. Either, like, there's really no way to win as a woman. So I say it's like, if you're worried about disappointing people, realistically, your parents were disappointed the moment they found out they had a girl. There's nothing that can happen afterwards that you can really, if you were born into a family that's like that, there's nothing you can do as a woman that'll make them happy. So it's like, why sacrifice your happiness for them? I genuinely think we need to have, like, a revolution where women just don't give a fuck. So fuck it. So let people call us chunt. Let people call us gold diggers. Let people call us this and that, because at the end of the day, the only way we can make anybody happy is if we sacrifice ourselves, and even that is like 50-50 if we're being generous.
You are not sure. Even in that case, they could, let's say you are a good girl and you have followed all the societal rules that a girl should do. Okay, so a guest arrives in your house and you make a tea. And you serve them a tea. Once the guest goes outside, they're gonna talk about how bad the tea was. So anyway, you are going to get judged. So why not do something that you like? Wear something that you love.
Because guess what? Women are alone anyways. Even if you're married and you're in that man's house, you're still alone. What's the worst?
Yeah.
The worst fear they have put into women is that you're going to be alone, and all these women are surrounded by people and they're still alone. And they're dying alone, and they're separated from their kids and everything. So it's like, I think what I want to see from women in our generation is just not giving a fuck, except that like people are just going to be disappointed. No matter what you do, you marry rich, oh, you're a gold digger. You marry poor, oh, you're stupid. Yeah, you have a bunch of kids, it's like, or kuch nahi tha iski dimag mein, and like all of that stuff. And then if you go and get an education, oh, you're too masculine, like this and that, like all that stuff. It's just like, and then you know what? I think at the end of the day, do you think you're happy?
Of course.
Yeah, and I'm happy, and I think a lot of people, especially in our comments, would be like, hey, you're a woman and you're doing this. And I think a big question that I get asked, I don't know if you get asked this, is how does your family deal with you getting on the internet and talking about something so controversial? And my thing is, it's like, they didn't have a choice but to accept it. You know what I mean? And even if they didn't accept it, it's like they wouldn't have, my mom doesn't accept a lot of the things that I do in my life. I mean, I'm really lucky that my mom accepts it, but she didn't accept me in the beginning. Like when I decided to drop out of college, when I started to live my life the way that I did, oh my God, like to this day, if I call my mom at some point, she'll be like, Tanya, go back to school. Tanya, when are you getting married? Like stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm happy, and that's all that matters. So it's like, I always say, take advice from people who are where you want to be, and I feel like we're like literally two women who are happy here, and like you live in this beautiful place, like doing your thing, like, you know, like by yourself, like you're living the life that you want. So who cares if people are out here screaming like, oh, लेकिन इसकी तो शादी कभी नहीं होगी, हाँ तो
भाई मेरे comments आधे से ज़्यादा यही हैं. No one is gonna marry you.
बढ़िया.
And what I reply is, can you please tell that to my parents?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want any pressure.
The sooner they accept it, the better. They'll leave me alone. I just feel like I want to see women not giving a fuck, because that's where like women's kikamzori comes in, is because we care too much. We are so easily guilt tripped for our husbands, for our kids, for our parents, for our family, for society. The second a woman stops caring, she will be happy and no one else will, but no one's happy anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Just fuck it. And for the parents, like, as you said, they had no option rather than accepting it. For me, it's like they have no option, but I am pretty much sure even if they had, they would not have told me to stop making content, because they know the negative and the positive sides, both of it, and the positive is obviously more. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you are doing something good, I think they'll get it.
If women in our generation can be that change, then we can end the cycle and our future generations won't have to be like this.
Exactly.
That's the biggest goal.
And I think my work, like, I love my work, but I would be satisfied if my work is not needed anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, I completely agree.
Imagine me not needing to create content regarding patriarchy, because patriarchy doesn't exist. Like,
agree.
That is a core. Like, that is beautiful.
So, okay, if the patriarchy didn't exist, would you still be a content creator in anything?
Yeah, I would be happily anything else. Maybe not content creation. Maybe content creation in some other niche, or maybe something else. Like, I don't know.
If you knew that you would never get money from content creation,
I would still do it.
You would still do it?
Yeah,
so
I love that.
Content is so much fun. Also, by the way, your makeup is done. I think you look super pretty. The only thing that you have to do, because I'm nervous to do it, is like putting mascara.
Lipstick lagao?
हाँ, लगा दो.
Dude, your Hindi is so cute. I'm in love with your Hindi.
Really? I love Hindi. It's my favorite language. Okay, this is a good one. Misogynistic taboos disguised as sanskar. I think there's so many.
There is a list. Like modesty. Modesty is called as sanskari. लड़की को ऐसे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए, ऐसे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए.
I think like all of them are. Everything sanskar is actually misogynistic.
So no, like sanskar basically means morals, but they have sold us as patriarchy.
Exactly. Recognizing subtle signs of red flags in your partner, like the no-brainer ones. For me, I think right off the bat, telling you what to wear. But I think the problem is that early on in the relationship, when a guy tells you, "Yaar, ye pehen ke mat jana baar," it comes off as, oh, he loves me, but the problem is this snowballs into like very controlling behavior in the future. This is a red flag. I think a red flag for me is when a guy tells you something instead of asking you. Like, मैं तुमको यहाँ पे लेकर चलूंगा, तू ऐसे ही करेगी, and all that stuff. I think this kind of wording is very normalized in Indian communities, especially with the way that men are. I've seen it a lot in movies, and it's actually like, I remember one of the guys that I dated in India last time. He never asked me to be his girlfriend. He just kind of turned to his friend. He turned to his friend and he was like, मैं इसको इंदौर लेकर चलूंगा. And I was like, wait, ये कब हुआ? Like, when did they? He like didn't even ask me like, will you come with me or whatever. Like, he just kind of decided that I'm going with it.
The problem is people take consent very lightly. Like, they don't treat consent as consent, even when it is.
See, I think it's romanticized, yeah. Like in movies and songs, like when a guy like claims a woman, it's like, oh, like he loves me, like he wants me. No, bro, like this man's gonna control you in the future.
I think for me also, the subtle red flags would be controlling me in any way, whether it is like a self-expression like makeup or a dress, or being insecure of my success. Like, that is the worst. If you are insecure of your partner being more successful than you don't love them, you are jealous of them, and you want to be the dominant one to dominate someone, in terms of career or money.
The thing is, it's like, because you and I both would question, like, we were like, ask us questions on our page. Your, like, topics are super heavy. My topics are all just like, I want to date a girl and I don't know how to approach her. And your topics are like marital rape and like how to make society understand feminism. I'm like, bro, like, हमको तो कम से कम 3-4 हफ्ते में क्या ये सब बात के बारे में बात करना. Like, talk about how religion has always been cruel to women. It's like, it is, but it's like, how do we even start a topic like this?
Because this is really deep.
It's
like,
so
in
deep.
every culture, in every religion, patriarchy is so sugar-coatedly preserved, and also it is marketed कि तुम ये नहीं करोगे तो ये हो जाएगा, तुम ये नहीं करोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. And when women support that, I hate it so much. I think you can be religious by not promoting patriarchy. Yeah, there is a way to be religious and not promote patriarchy or not follow the patriarchal religious concepts in journalism.
Side note, you look so pretty. What do you think of like my style of makeup? It's like, how is it different from what you do? It's very simple.
Dude, it's very subtle. It's like no makeup look, but I love the bronzer.
The bronzer is key.
We love
brown.
I'm gonna get this.
Like, for me, makeup is not to cover up imperfections. I don't see makeup like that at all. That's why I don't own foundation. I don't own concealer. Like, I don't own like that stuff that's like for your under eye circles, because I'm like, that's like normal. That's like low-key. Okay, like, I don't have a problem with under eye circles, and I've never had that. So when I see them on other people, I like low-key think it's cute. Like, I'm like, it really like makes your eyes.
And the same thing you do for brown skin, right?
Oh, I love brown skin is like so amazing. I love brown skin. It's shocking. Here's the thing. I used to also not want to be tan when I was a kid because I grew up around white people. But then I came to India when I was 18 and I looked around and I was like, everyone here is so beautiful. And I was like, how do I look more like them? And then it's like, then I come to India and I find out fair and lovely is like everywhere. And people are like, to my roommate, I was like crying actual tears to him one day. And it was after about a month after I came back from traveling. And I was like, I don't feel good in my skin. My tan is going away. And he was like, how तुम इतने अच्छे लग रहे हो, cute हो रही है. And I was like, so you agree that my tan is going away? I was literally crying tears. I was like, I don't know.
I think I'm completely amazed by this because I have watched the other extreme and I'm watching this extreme right now. I'm completely amazed that, okay, this also exists.
Yeah.
You want brown skin, but many women, especially in small towns, are shamed because of having brown skin, are told कि, तुमसे कोई शादी नहीं करेगा.
Crazy.
The बेसन का वो लगाओ, the face pack thing and everything. Like, I did all of that and I hated my color until I learned better.
I'm traveling, so I only have this. Back home, I have this dark liquid bronzer that I put underneath, and then I put this on top. And then sometimes people will see me in real life with no makeup on, and like people who have only seen me on social media, and they'll be like, but you look so different. Like, you look South Indian on your social media, and in real life, like, you look so white. And I'm like, don't look at me. I don't feel like myself.
Imagine the compliment doesn't feel like a compliment.
I think like it's crazy because when you see like people who have tan because of the sun, they're glowing. Like unki skin aise chamakta hai. And I'm like, in what world is this not beautiful? Like that is
Yeah.
so gorgeous. It's like God put us on this part of the planet where we have access to so much sun and so much melatonin on our skin because it's gorgeous. And I think maybe it's different for me because I come from a country where brown skin is seen as so beautiful, and like I said, people are risking skin cancer to get brown skin, you know? So like to come to a place where like that's just not
You know, there are
appreciated.
still products, there are still companies that run on this insecurities. There is a company, one of my friend made a video on it, okay, like a bad review. So she showed how the product which promises to remove the tan is actually bleaching.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were bleaching their skin, which has a lot of side effects, by the way, and they turn the hair into gray also. So it's like bleaching is sold as detan just to cater those insecurity in general. You'll get a white skin, and you could see the difference. It's nothing. It's not detan. It's just bleach. I was sad to see that happening. I am so glad things are changing now. When I talk to women these days, they are so confident in their color, in their body, in their hair, and they use any external things like makeup or skincare just to enhance themselves, not out of insecurity. I have done both. Like, I have some days I have used makeup out of insecurity, but most days it's fun for me, it's art for me, and I love that for us and for the women of this generation.
Absolutely. I love to see it. This was so fun.
I know, right? We could talk for hours.
We have been talking nonstop. But I think it's like more me because you're way more introverted. You're a great listener. Like I love
listening to you. Like I'm learning so much. तो ये कल से आई है यहाँ, and since night we are talking, morning we are talking, abhi we are talking, and it's been so much fun.
And it's just like girl talk. It's like we talk about like it's like in one sentence it's about like fuck the patriarchy, fuck misogyny, and in the next one it's like oh I love makeup and fashion, and in the next one so it's like it's just been like so much positivity I think, and it's just
and so much different point of views and perspective that I get to hear from you.
Yeah.
And
same. Because like I'm Indian, but I didn't grow up here. And so coming back to India, as much as I claim to be a Desi girl, the things that you go through and have been through are so exponentially different than what I go through. So it's like you give me this perspective and I'm like, ऐसे भी हो सकता है, ये भी है क्या? So it's so cool. I think like a small part of me, because I grew up in America and I'm considered really crazy by Indian standards, but I always wonder like if I was born and raised in an Indian family in India, would I have been this feminist? Would I have been this fuck the patriarchy? Like how you are. Like it's like admirable to me because I'm like, wow, like you really like have fought so much more than I have. In my society, patriarchy, fighting the patriarchy, it's like a no-brainer. It's like, हाँ ये obvious की बात है. Like like you told me earlier that your content is considered controversial. I was like, in what world is this controversial? Because who is agreeing with patriarchy? And you're like, yeah, India mein to it's different. Like this to me is so crazy. So I'm like, I wonder if I would have been like you. I wonder if I was born here, if I would have had this packet that you have to get on the internet every day and be like, fuck the system that has raised us.
So, what do I think? A radical feminist is always a radical feminist. Even if you were in India, you would be a feminist, but maybe the intensity would not be that high, or maybe like you talk about sex. So that thing might come a little later if you were brought up in India. You get it?
Yeah.
It's
Do you think I would have still been this way, even if I was born in like a very traditional Desi family?
I think you would have been this way, but you would have to fight a lot.
Of course.
Like,
of course.
It's crazy. Like, okay, I should not say this, but some families consider disowning their kid if they go like too much extremes of not following.
Of feminism?
not feminism, like in general, not following their, marrying someone they don't accept of. So they go in terms of like disowning their kid.
Because my mom is Hindu Brahmin and my dad is Muslim, so I was born into chaos. I always say this, like, I don't know what my life would have been like if I was born. Like, both of my parents are crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't imagine if I had other parents, like, what it would have been like. So it's really crazy, but I don't know. I hope, like, we make so much more content in the future. And you live in my favorite city in the world. I live close to, like, where you are from. So we will be seeing each other a lot in the future.
Of course. And you have to shift to Bangalore.
Of course. That will happen. Just wait, you guys. What the whole god.
500 comments and she'll shift to Bangalore.
One like and I will shift to Bangalore. One thumbs up and I will shift to Bangalore. That's all it takes, honestly. I'm so excited. And also, shout out to We for She. They were so excited when they saw your content. Harsh was like, take her everything. He was like asking me, he's like, should I iron the shirts before I send it to her? Like, how should I? I was like, I'm pretty sure she's like, chill. He was like, take her one of each and any color she wants, as many shirts. He was like, just men. You have to charge men. Women can have whatever. I was like, I love to see it. So shout out to We for She for these awesome ass shirts, and we have so many more, so you will be catching us in these.
Yeah, and the quotes are so amazing.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah. One quote is, we should all be feminist. Yeah. And that's like my favorite one.
I think we should all be feminists would be more powerful if men wear them. I want to see, like, these are shirts that I want to see men wearing. Because people are going to be like, a man? Like, shouting out for this? Yeah, that's what I want to see.
That's so damn attractive. If I see a man wearing that, I would be like, oh, okay.
मेरे पास आने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं तुम्हारे पीछे आऊंगी. If I see men wearing this shirt, men in my DMs asking how can I approach a woman, you don't have to, just wear those shirts. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching.
Love you.